It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Victory Brewing Company and it's a bottle of their Headwaters Ale. 5.2% ABV. There's a look at the label. Here's a look at the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Ooh, thought that was going to come out the top then. Lovely smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass. For me, they've not named the style on the label, so I don't know if it's a pale ale, sort of an IPA, or maybe just a traditional British ale. It's just Headwaters Ale, but there is a big clue of a hop on the label there. Victory for your taste. I do like Victory beers. They produce some really good stuff. I'm looking forward to this one. It's a golden coloured ale with nice levels of carbonation. The carbonation is quite large. Quite big bubbles, if you want to call it that. It's a 2 to 3 finger white head. Let's get the aroma. Smells very malty. So this could very well be Victory Brewing Company's take on a traditional British ale then. Biscuity, bready, sweet. But with a nice marmalade-y finish on the back of the aroma there. Suggesting that there is a nice level of hops in this beer. Should we dive in? Cheers. It's very tart, very sweet, very biscuity. And then you have a nice level of that marmalade, that kind of orange marmalade flavour comes through in abundance really. There's a nice level of bitterness on the back end, but it's very balanced with that nice sweetness from the malt. It's a really, really good beer. Really good beer. Very tasty, very sessionable. Let me tell you where I am with this beer. I like to try, sometimes I like to session a beer, just over and over again. So the same beer, if it's really good, I'll have 4 pints of it. And then other moods, I'll want to try a pale ale, a porter, a stout, an English, a classic English ale, English style ale like this. And this would fit into that kind of session where I want to have a bit of a drink. I want to sit in the garden, in the sunshine. But I don't want to drink the same beer over and over. I want to drink a 5% stout, a 5% English ale as I think this is. Maybe a porter, an IPA. Just mix things up a bit. And this would fall into that allocation. If I was in the bottle shop, knowing what I wanted to do that afternoon, that evening, then this would be in my basket for that particular session. It's good, it's solid. If not kind of, it's not it's not a remarkable beer. It's not making me shout from the rooftops, but at the same time it's very good, it's very solid. So nice malt characters, nice biscuity, bready sweetness in there from the malt. It's quite dry beer. And then you get that lovely marmalade, kind of raspberry jam finish. It's a good beer. It's a good beer. A refreshing, boldly hopped ale. I'm going to give it a rating. Victory Brewing Company, Headwaters Ale. For me, it looks good in the glass. It smells good. And more importantly, it tastes pretty good. So rating for Victory Headwaters Ale, I'm going to give this beer a solid 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from me, Lil Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers!